All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, one of the things that I talked about when it came to censorship on the internet and video games overall is that there are absolutely snakes in the grass that you need to look out for that pretend to be, I guess on our side or against censorship or whatever the case may be. They pretend to be that way. But then the truth is that it's only because it's beneficial to them right now, right? These are the people that would advocate for censorship if they feel like they were owning the chuds. And Madam Savvy has a beautiful example of this that I saw on her profile that I figured I would bring to you in a video today. So shout out to Madam Savvy. This thread is going to be linked in the description box below for anybody that wants to go check it out. Madam Savvy is calling out someone by the name of Anna Valins. Now, for those of you that don't know who Anna Valins is, he is a person who tried to get Kirsha basically canceled from the entire internet. He's a person that used to work for Vice. I believe he doesn't work there anymore. And he wrote hit piece article after hit piece article against Kirsha, calling her every name under the sun, basically Nazi, bigot, all that stuff. Tried to get him canceled, tried to get Kirsha removed from Gamer Subs, which, by the way, they're still trying to do till this day and failing miserably. But with all that being said, this person then tried to pretend as if they were totally on our side because they're against censorship all of a sudden, and they wanted to, do a fusion dance with Madam Savvy and join forces. So Madam Savvy has been calling this person out, and I didn't really cover it because it really wasn't that important until it got to this point, right, where you can clearly see the hypocrisy and the reason why you cannot just trust everybody so long as they pretend to be on this particular side of the aisle. So, Madam Savvy says Anna Valins, aka Anal Violence, sought to destroy people he did not like, using his mostly unleashed position over at Vice to write hit piece articles on women he did not like, while attempting to be the deciding factor on what is queer, what should be allowed in VTubing, etc. This absolute no one tried to be a moral arbiter. He lied about Kirsha, has to be sent a cease and desist letter to stop lying, got all the articles retracted, then after losing his job at Vice, continues to be obsessed with her. And to be fair, I see this kind of drama go throughout the internet, and I can, basically confirm that he is seemingly obsessed with Kirsha. Still to this day brings up Kirsha for whatever that reason may be. But I don't get involved because, again, unless it's gaming related, I tend to not care or want to get involved. But this is absolutely gaming related. As crazy as it is drama, it is gaming related because these people are trying to get involved in the conversation of game censorship and pretending like they care about it, but do not get it twisted. They are the ones that advocated for censorship every chance they get when it comes to owning the chuds, right? Any chance they get, they will take it. They will stab you in the back, which is why I feel like it's important to talk about. So he lied about Kirsha again. He wants things he does not like censored, tried to reframe one of his tweets about payment processors, but no, bitch, your implication through a bigger spotlight than myself is that it would lead to censorship you support. He has said lolly, or what he deems as lolly, triggers his pedophilic thoughts on his deleted account. Okay, now we're getting crazy. He has promoted the, this of women, cis women. Notice that he never wants to do that to a trans woman. No, he wants to do it to cis women in breeder farms. This has been talked about in text and vocally. The left likes to say you can't even joke about that. Weird how all of them are quiet on this. Yeah, because again, they're the first ones to say you should call out your own. You should absolutely call out the people in your own camp. And when we do that, then we look to them and say, okay, so when are you going to call this out? They never do. They never do. It just goes quiet. They don't really care. So holding him to the standard that he wishes to hold others to, absolutely bring all his work up to anyone who dares mention him, retweet him, or give a code to. If he had been a champion of free expression all along, I wouldn't care. But he doesn't afford that to others, so he shall not be afforded the same. Update: Waifu Wares UK is now hiding replies that talk about the unholy things that Valins wants and does. Now, okay, so apparently this all started with Anna Valins announcing their partnership with a company called Waifu Wares. I have no idea what the hell Waifu Wares is, but apparently it's a company that Anna Valins just recently got partnered with, okay? And then after they found out that Anna Valins got partnered with Waifu Wares, of course people were going to go after Anna Valins because, well, Anna Valins did the same exact thing to other people. So why would he expect any kind of, I guess this not happening to him? Why would he not expect that to happen? So Madam Savvy then quote tweets another post from Anna Valins, where apparently Anna Valins has been dropped after one day from Waifu Wares. Anna Valins says, I hope we all can agree that what Waifu Wares went through today was completely unacceptable. No company should face a harassment campaign of such a nature. If you must target someone, target me, not them. Many unrelated creators can and will be affected by such behaviors, bro. Okay, with all due respect, again, I don't talk about this drama very much because, again, I try to stay away from that stuff, but I see everything that happens, and let it be known that Anna Valens absolutely did the same exact thing, if not much worse, by utilizing a major platform like Vice in order to go after someone and target someone. This person did the same exact thing to Kirsha, if not worse. They tried to get them canceled from the entire internet. They tried to get them canceled from the VTube community, whatever that is, and they tried to essentially get them removed from their sponsors, which I believe they successfully did with some of them. You know, she lost a sponsorship with a video game developer. I forgot the name of the game, some crime game or whatever, but she lost a sponsorship with that particular game, or at least a partnership with that game of some kind. So Anna Valens then says the decision to end the partnership was one that Waifu Wares suggested, and I agreed in order to protect the company and its creators. I do not believe other VTubers in business in VTubing should have to suffer because of my harassers. I hope it is seen as a sign that there is much work to be done with overcoming harassment campaigns in the tube. Bro, you started it. You literally start. I don't understand people like this. I really don't. Like, you started the supposed harassment campaign. You were the one that did it against Kirsha. You were the one that tried to be a moral arbiter. You were the one that tried to do this. And now that it's happening to you, suddenly, well, it's harassers. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't bring companies into this. You shouldn't bring sponsors into this. Are you serious right now? Like, do you have selective memory? I will admit that today's circumstances were less than ideal, and things could have been handled better. But Waifu Wares did not make any decisions under ill will. Small companies are not necessarily clued in to everything that happens in VTubing. And in the end, Waifu Wares has every right to decide yay or nay on a brand fit. I wish the team the best, as well as VTubers that work with them. So that was Anna Valens' comment. Now, this was Madam Savvy's response to the comment, which is pretty interesting. Filth, you did the same thing to others. This is a big whole long post of TLDR that you deserve this. You people caused this for years, and now, only now that it's affecting you, you self-admitted, holy shit, it is not okay. This is the biggest problem here for me, right? When people who do things against others, suddenly when it happens to them, now it's like, now it's not okay, right? Now it's harassment, now it's this, now it's that. These are the people that will stab you in the back immediately. These are the people that we call snakes in the grass. These are the people that are trying to pretend to be against censorship right now. When we're talking about payment processors, we're talking about video games getting taken down, we're talking about Steam and itch.io. These are the people that are trying to pretend like they were always there supporting, anti-censorship, when they're the ones that are constantly trying to censor people. And it's only now, because it's going after their video games, their LGBTQ games, their whatever games. Now they want to pretend like they care. Meanwhile, if it was someone who was, deemed right-wing or, Nazi or whatever, if it was one of them and their content was getting suppressed, or it was content they deemed as right-wing content getting censored, they'd be fine with it. They have absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. There is no consistency whatsoever. So she says, get out of here. They were not clued in, all right? They were not clued in on you. And everything that she lists here is what he said that he wants to do. I can't say any of this because this is some hardcore shit. But you guys can, basically pause it and read it. It was one they suggested. Duh, you are a liability to everyone because you are a freak. Trying to tell queers that they don't like public sex, then they aren't queer. You got too big for your britches, and now consequences have come for your actions. But sure, DMing me was flipping smart, hoping I would just forget that you tried to ruin my friend's life. Also, you can attach yourself to someone actually putting in real work into research, not just screen grabbing 4chan's efforts. You are a snake, an absolute snake. You do not represent the VTubing space. You are not part of anyone's community, and no one owes you the time of day or patience. You do not get to speak on harassment campaigns because you led them, making a woman flee from her home. And yeah, that's true. So Kirsha had to leave her house because of threats that were coming from Anna Valens and their particular campaign that they decided to do with Vice enacting it against Kirsha. Waifu Wares also said they got a request from you. You were not invited. No one reached out to you. Do not try to drag companies down with you. Do not try to tarnish them with your sickness. Make the first decent choice in your life and just go away and get actual mental help. Locks replies because he even knows what would be posted into that. What is wrong, man? Can't handle the truth. Can't handle, your hypocrisy. So there's another post here where Anna Valins says, just to clear my side of things, I was invited to Waifu Wares collaboration program at 10:45 a.m. Eastern this morning and given the Anna Valins code. The plan at the time was to submit art for the following later on. Just from my side, I'm going to refrain from further discourse. Now, there's one more post here where, Anna Valins gets quote tweeted by Madam Savvy, where this person's saying, Waifu Wares dropped me because it was brought to their attention that I am a fetishist. See how easy that was to say? Where apparently Anna Valins gives this entire timeline that's all freaking made up, right? I was given an affiliate code and invited to submit art for a mech run. Waifu Wares started facing unexpected harassment from Kirsha fans on Twitter. And you know what? You can't even get mad. Like, you literally can't even get mad at Kirsha fans for harassing your supposed sponsors when you started that. You did that. You literally did that. Like, you tried to get her canceled. You got her taken away from some partnerships. You did that. So why would you be surprised that Kirsha fans are then going to return, favor? Retaliation's one of the simplest thing people do. Why would you expect anything else? The harassment became untenable with the ongoing buildup. Waifu Wares was concerned when a Kirsha fan called me predatory and wanted to know why I was called that. I explained I am a lewd tuber that also does non-con audios. That was the tap-out point. I suggested not associating Waifu Wares branding with my ASMR content, but Waifu Wares just wanted the harassment to end and dissolve the partnership. I agreed to end the partnership. It's not really my choice anyway, per Waifu Wares agreement. They put out a statement because the harassment did not stop after I pulled the branding. Now, again, this entire thing is a straight up lie, right? Madam Savvy says he's straight up lying here. He was not invited, number one. They have a form and accept pretty much anyone. He's trying to frame it that they found him. It wasn't just her fans. Anna Valins pissed off a lot of people with his actions in multiple VTuber groups. They were informed of the predatory behavior, like playing online kids games with the intent to have children trigger his toy by connecting the thing up to it, and then when characters touched it, it went off. It has literally nothing to do with being a lewd tuber. The tap-out point was the multiple instances of threats to cis women, the kids games, plus being sent a C&D to stop lying. You get what you tried to do to others and will not be afforded the luxury the rest of us are fighting for. And this is what I'm ultimately wanting to talk about, okay? I want this entire conversation, as much as this is absolutely drama, I want to circle it back to the most important part about all of this, which is the censorship in gaming that's happening right now. I want you guys that are actually fighting out there for genuine no censorship, regardless of whether it's left-leaning supposed games, right-leaning supposed games. I don't care about your fucking politics. I only care about whether or not you actually want to stop legal content from being censored. That's all I care about. But the truth is, these kind of people here, they want to pretend like they care about that. They don't, because they will be the first ones to stab you in the back. They are snakes in the grass, and you need to be very careful when allowing these kind of people into the conversation. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this entire situation? It's very clear that Madam Savvy has gone completely nuclear in all the best ways, and I'm glad that she's calling out people like this for being exactly what they are, which is snakes in the grass. So let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button, as we are on the way to 97K, and I will see you guys on the next one.